New heroes have some of the most innovative playstyles due to their crazy abilities and passives that the game has ever seen since the arrival of Lynx and her 2 shooting modes, and her unique bow weapon. Therefore, I will mention 5 best new hero combinations for you that you may like to give them a try with your friends. However, before we begin, I would like to remind you that these hero combinations are my personal preference, which means they may be effective only under certain circumstances, such as player's skill level or the matchmaking system. After that being said, the first hero on our list is probably the meta right now, and that would be the Korean superstar, Quan. Despite his hook ability being nerfed to deal less damage when hooking enemies, he hasn't lost his incredible magic touch to make enemies stay away from his way. However, now that Quan's hook damage has been reduced, it's a perfect occasion for Quan to ally with Satoshi, the last samurai that you want to mess with. Quan can also help Satoshi by pulling him from danger, since Satoshi is slow. That's why you may like to add another warrior for this amazing combo. And that's going to be the one and only athletic hero with perfect-looking muscles, Dragoon. Dragoon is also well known for his exceptional mobility, allowing him to keep pace with both his teammates and opponents, especially for the fact that a good Quan can make a lot of movements here and there. You can also switch from Satoshi to Blot instead for extra vision, since Blot can see almost the whole map when he has a visor, which can help a lot in deciding where to move. Moving next, we got Molly. The only problem with Molly is that her shotgun is not reliable enough to engage in all kind of gunfights alone, which makes her need backup all the time when pushing unless she is at a great danger, which is why I find heroes such as Hurricane and Raven fit well to support her on the battlefield and always be there for her, especially because her disarming passive has a shorter duration compared to other heroes with similar gameplay mechanics. Raven will scan for enemies so Molly doesn't waste her ability by just spamming, and also to prevent her from being in an area full of enemies, since her mobility is really trash. And there he comes, Hurricane, to help her when she has already pushed an enemy team to clear the area before another enemy team approaches, and also helps her restore her health quickly. Moving next on our list is the Cold Storm Queen, Blizzard. One of the things you should keep in mind about Blizzard is the fact that she is excellent at holding positions, probably better than any other hero, as her encounters are only a few. Mostly are just grenade users such as Firefly and Freddy, but only if they know you are in their zones. Otherwise, they will have no clue when they get frozen by one of your freezing mines. That's why you stay hidden all the time and let your teammates speak of you. While Blizzard is closing the gaps with her freezing mines, Leviathan will be in charge of protecting Blizzard and Cyclops from any sneaky enemies. Cyclops, on the other hand, will be the scanner and scavenger of the team to find enemies and finish any unfinished business. His firing range and the passive to blind his enemies are super useful for close combat, which is an additional bonus for this team. Next up is the newest addition to the game, the fantastic Grail, and his gravity grenade. What truly makes Grail stand out in his class is the firing range and the decent accuracy of his weapon. And I don't have to mention to you his weapon damage as well, which is pretty high, almost the same as Satoshi's. His ability allows him to drag enemies out of cover, which means he doesn't necessarily need someone to help him push, so he can finally make his attack successful. Therefore, Bastion and Raven are great allies for him to provide him with information on his enemies' locations to use his ability more effectively. In addition to protection from Bastion, in case anyone thinks about attacking Grail in his moments of weakness. The last new hero combination we have on our list is going to Twinkle. We all know she's a badass in almost every combination, since she has one of the most powerful abilities in the game. She is able to throw a bomb at her enemies, kicking them far behind and stunning them for a few seconds. Her only main ability in counter is ball lightning. Therefore, using snipers, such as Mirage or Blot, in her team can be incredible at pushing enemies in the hardest situations while she opens the path. In addition to an ambusher, can also be super useful, like Arnie when she gets in trouble. Arnie will hop in and give extra backup to Twinkle when she's against big targets, while Mirage or Blot will take care of them from behind in case they were any sneaky enemies.